Nestled in the heart of the South Pacific Ocean lies a group of islands that are connected to Guam more than one might think. And now Fiji is more linked to Guam thanks to direct flights established through Continental Airlines, which is where our journey begins. Back on December 18, 2009, my photographer Eric Rosario and I attended a ribbon-cutting ceremony that was held at the Guam International Airport for the launch of the inaugural flight service from Guam to Nadi, Fiji. Continental Micronesia President Charles Duncan says it was a challenge establishing the new route because of the travel time, but he congratulated his team for getting the job done.
Doing this flight has been technically very, very challenging for us. It's about a 6.5-hour flight from here to Fiji, and we haven't flown our airplanes here that far. And so we've had to do a lot of work to make sure that we have the range to do that.
Interior Assistant Secretary Tony Babalta was also present for the ceremony. He says he saw this new route as another way to diversify Guam's economy through tourism.
Clearly, with all the smiles and everyone's bags are packed, it seems like it's going to be a good thing for tourism, which is, of course, the other main pillar of Guam's economy.
Guam Airport Deputy Executive Manager Mary Torres also says this is an opportunity to bring in more tourists, but she also wishes she was on this first flight.
But it's certainly a good thing for Guam. We're looking at bringing more tourists at a time when a lot of the tourist numbers are down throughout the world. We've been very successful through the innovation of partners like Continental in keeping the numbers up for Guam, so that's a very good thing.
Before the plane departed, Father Danny Ferrandez blessed the cabin, passengers, and flight crew. But of course, the ceremony wouldn't be complete without the actual cutting of the ribbon.
Love it.
During the ceremony, we met Vasiti, who happens to be from Fiji but is currently living on Guam. She talks about the phrases we'll hear a lot while in Fiji, like bula, which can mean hello and many other things. On Guam, bula means a lot. But Vasiti also talks about how convenient it is for her family to fly directly to their home this time around.
I'm just grateful to Continental for providing these services for the Micronesian region, and I know it's going to be a great help for us because there are a lot of meetings, related to work that happens in Fiji, and most of us have to go long flights to Honolulu, to Korea.
So I got my ticket and my passport in my hands, and Eric and I are going to be boarding the inaugural flight to Nadi, Fiji. This is the first time that Guam and Fiji are going to have non-stop service. It's going to take about 6.5 hours. So come along and join us as we take a long ride to the beautiful islands of Fiji.
Ladies and gentlemen, Continental Micronesia Flight 948, our service to Nadi, Fiji, welcoming all customers to board after gate number 10. Thank you. Welcome aboard.
It was a full flight to Nadi, but the 6.5 hours seemed to pass by pretty quickly after the plane took off. So after filling out customs forms and watching blankets of clouds roll on by, little tiny land masses started to peek out from the deep blue ocean. We finally could see some of the 333 islands that make up Fiji, and before you knew it, we made a smooth landing on the main island of Viti Levu, which is where Nadi is located. Nadi is considered the tourism hub for the Fiji Islands. As soon as we exit the plane, all of us are greeted to the sounds of the Royal Fiji Police Band. As we stop to take pictures with U.S. Ambassador Stephen McGann and Continental Marketing and Sales Director David Kendall, we catch a glimpse of Vasiti with a smile on her face. We know she's glad to be home. As we proceed to baggage claim, the band continues to march and play their tunes all the way down. In fact, they never stop playing. Outside of the airport entrance, Tourism Fiji and Pacific Destinations officials greet us and the rest of the Guam passengers. Suddenly, many of us get swept into a traditional Fijian dance. A perfect way to start our morning. Tropical Visions Fiji returns after this.